What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a place where we talk about stationery and planning and doing all things creatively. I also do a lot of unboxings and haul videos because I like sharing new products on my channel. Today, I'm going to be unboxing the May 2025 Jeans Agenda subscription box. This one definitely has like desert vibes, summer desert vibes, something like that. So I'm excited to see what's inside. I have not opened it yet, and we will just get into it. I know that I've had a lot of unboxings and like new release videos on my channel lately, and that because planner season is upon us, academic year start. Oh, hey, that's pretty. Hold on. I need to stop yapping for a second. Hold on. Let's go back to the Jeans Agenda information in case this is a new shop to you. This subscription is new to you. I do get it every month, really, because I want to share the products here on my platforms. I think Jeans Agenda is an excellent company that does very luxurious disc-bound planner inserts and decorative items for discbound planners. And so this is one that I continue to be subscribed to because I like sharing this on my channel. And every month the aesthetic is gorgeous. There are 3 different levels of subscription. There's the cover of the month club, which is a cover, dashboards, and a bookmark. So you can update like the wardrobe of your planner every month. And it often has a seasonal vibe to it. Then there is the planner and lifestyle box that has inserts and has usually like a lifestyle item or like a desk accessory type item. And then there's the deluxe planner and lifestyle box, which is a combination of the first 2. It's the most expensive, but it also is the best value because sometimes when items are put on the website individually, the cost is pretty, pricey because they're good quality products. And so being able to get, every month a little treat for your discount planner is really, really nice. So I have chosen the mini size. So it's 7 discs. So any of the inserts that are in here are sized to a mini. You can decide if you want it to be a mini, a junior or half letter size, a classic 9-disc size, or I think the letter is an option, which is all 11 discs. It's an 8.5 by 11. So the idea being that you have a discbound planner and then you can supplement that planner with subscription box items and everything will fit. Okay, so this is the deluxe box for my mini. Let's take a look at it. This is May 2025. So we have a little welcome card. May's subscription box brings the grounding beauty of the southwestern desert straight to your planner. Inspired by sun-soaked landscapes of Arizona, this collection blends warm tones and bold design with meaningful function, reminding you to slow down, tune in, and take care of yourself. So wellness vibes, okay. Inside, you'll find tools to support your well-being from the inside out. Oh, wait, she's telling us what's in it. I'm not going to read the rest of this. On the back of this card is your tour card or tour information, like everything that's in it. And yeah, a description of everything inside. And then if you're a subscriber, there's a couple reasons you'd want to be a subscriber. One, the box every month is super fun, seasonal. Everything is so cohesive. But there's also a secret private Facebook group where Jane and team announce various sales. And if there's new release products, they find out about it first. If there's like a sale, like Black Friday sale, like you get to shop earlier. So there are some additional perks to being a subscriber other than the box. And on the back of this card is the QR code to get access to that information and a special shopping page on their website. Okay, let's get into it. The box design, new over the last few months. Every month's Jane's Agenda subscription box is going to be a different design. She started changing it so that the box is like leading us into what the theme is for the month. And that's just one of those like things that I feel like Jane hits the nail on the head, that every month it's a new experience. It's not just the same florally box every month or white box or black box, whatever. It changes with the theme. Okay. I know I'm still talking. Tissue paper also changes with the theme every month. So I am, let's just go into it. So even the sticker changes. So we've got all these like, what are they called? Cacti all over, prickly pear, stuff like that. Jane's Agenda, Desert Bloom. So I think at the time I'm filming this, this box is still available. So if you subscribe, you would get this box, but it does close really soon. I'm gonna try to get this video up as soon as possible. I always try to keep this stuff. Ooh, fun. Whoa, there is a big notepad in here. Let's just pull this whole thing out and look how this design continues on the bottom. You could totally like re-gift this box. How pretty is that? That is gorgeous. That's one of my favorite patterns. I love that. I am an affiliate for Jane's Agenda, but I purchased these boxes on my own. But if you decide to pick anything up from Jane's Agenda, Joyful 10 will save you 10%. Or excuse me, Joyful 15 if you're new. And then you can shop my affiliate link in the description box. We'll give you a discount there too. Okay, so let's start with the big kahuna, which is this giant notepad. Cute. Let's take a look at this. So it's a giant notepad. I like that, actually. I like that there's no formatting on this. It's just a notepad with dot grid. Paper quality is nice. Sometimes notepads have like thinner paper because they assume you're just going to toss it. This is a little bit thicker than some of the other notepads I've received. So I do like that. There's nothing printed on the back, so you can feel okay about just recycling it when you're done with it. I don't know how many pages are going to be on here. Let's look at the back of the tour card, see if it tells us. Dot grid desk pad, a stylish dot grid notepad that ties in beautifully with our cover and hybrid hybrid dashboards in here. I love a hybrid dashboard. We'll talk about that in a moment. Perfect for notes, lists, or creative brainstorming. I agree with that. These are fabulous. So there's no adhesive here. This is just a simple notepad. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's open up our miscellaneous gobbledygook in these little packets. Let's see if I can try to not make too much noise, but it can be a bit tricky. So we've got some journaling cards here in my wellness era. Little journaling card. Nice cardstock, so you can pop that into your planner, clip it in. If a flower can flourish in the desert, you can flourish anywhere. I'm always feeling for that soft touch. None of these are soft touch this month. Right now, your assignment is you. Water you. Kind of like that. I like the vibes of these colors together. Those actually like correspond really well. I think those are pretty. Journaling cards for me are not a highlight in any box, but I do think that they're nice sentiments. Arizona desert. Feel the heat. Wild and free. And this is a thank you card, but it can be used as a journaling card as well. You can pop it in decoratively into your planner, but there's information on the back for me to access my secret club, subscription club stuff. Ooh, we have a task list. Okay, so this is just a smaller version of our notes, but we have tasks. So this is lined, and then you've got a column here for being able to mark off things as you go. There is no adhesive on here. So this is one of those like rip and go guys. And that's just a smaller like little buddy with your notepad. Look at that whole little like vibe. How pretty is that? I think that's nice. I'm a paper person, so I'm into it. And then we have some, let me make sure I keep separate the things I've already looked at. We've got some binder clips in Rustic Botanicals. These are 25 millimeter 3 pieces. And ooh, I love this one. That is my favorite. So love a good binder clip. You know, you could keep these all together on your desk if you've got a cat or a toddler and you just want to make sure everything stays together. You could just clip it all together so you don't lose your little task notes. So love these. Very functional. Who doesn't need a binder clip? I mean, I always find uses for binder clips. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Okay, I think I'm going to have to open a couple of things in order to have this make a little bit more sense. This, my friends, and actually I'm going to undo this because I think we should see some of these things on the notepad a little bit better since my background is black right now. This is a hybrid dashboard, okay? And it's that UV printing this month, which means all of this image is raised. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. And if you can hear a fly buzzing around, it's because there's a fly buzzing around. But look how pretty that is with that raised texture. So this is a hybrid dashboard. And it is different than, we're going to cheat. Oh, I'm so glad they put the cover of the month club stuff together this month. It seems like last month they didn't. The month before that they did. And it's really helpful for me to differentiate between what is in the cover of the month club, what is in the planner and lifestyle box. So we'll get into this in just a moment, but I'm going to pull this out first so you can see the hybrid dashboard. Now, a typical bookmark or page finder from Jane's Agenda is going to look like this. It's going to be this size. Actually, I think we should go this way. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. This is a typical bookmark. This is sized for a mini. Okay. So whatever size you get in your planner, it's going to be bigger. So this is punched a little bit lower so that you've got extra plastic up here at the top for your pull tab. And of course, I don't have my mini, do I have my mini planner with me? Because I know it's super important to be able to see how things work together. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and grab my mini as I step on my poor pup. Sadie's in here with me today. Okay, let me go here and show you guys how this looks. So this is a mini planner. And when you are using a page finder like this, you pop it in and it's about an inch and a half. And then there's a tab up here at the top for you to be able to pull directly into the section that you want to jump to. Now, the hybrid dashboard is twice as wide. You still have that tab up at the top for pulling, but you have something that will accommodate a 3x3 sticky note. Now, I happen to have a 3x3 sticky note right here. So here's an old Jane's Agenda sticky note. You could actually add like a stack of sticky notes, like pull a whole one in half and stick it down. And then when you go to your dashboard, not only is it saving your place in the month, in the week, but you've got sticky notes here that you can pull from if you need a sticky note. Or if you want to put on a journaling card, you could, put some encouragement here. And I would probably use a double-sided tape or a removable like Tombow adhesive for these, just in case you want to peel them off and do something else. So these, or you could use washi tape, like that would work too. If you've got like a washi tape that you like, you could just use this to, lay down your journaling quote for the month or something like that. So now you've got your page marker here. And then you've got, literally a dashboard for sticky notes and for journaling cards. One thing I want to point out here is with all the covers and bookmarks, there's going to be a plastic layer on the back. I'm going to go ahead and peel this one off. Make sure you peel it off because that is what brings out the magic in this dashboard and really all of the clear items, because it makes them like glass, plastic, clear, so you can actually see things underneath. So that is the hybrid dashboard, and that is the difference between the hybrid dashboard and the bookmark. And the hybrid dashboards, they used to have in their shop a lot more in the past. This is very much giving me OG vibes, Jane's Agenda. So if you are newer to Jane's Agenda and you've been missing out, like it's pretty cool to see a hybrid dashboard back. I was gonna say it feels a teensy bit thinner than the bookmark, but I actually think it's the same material. Don't quote me, but I think it might be the same. So anyways, that's the difference. And the hybrid dashboard was part of the planner and lifestyle box. I'm going to put this guy back in with the cover of the month club, so we remember that those are together. So love that we have that. Love seeing the hybrid dashboard back in rotation. And I hope that this is a sign that she's going to be coming out with more, because these are I don't want to say proprietary, but there aren't bookmarks and page finders from other discbound companies quite like these ones that are this dimension. There are other divider tabs, there are other bookmarks, but her aesthetic specifically with this dimension for 3-inch sticky notes, it's just, I don't know, it's something unique to her. And I've got a lot of different other brand products as well that I use, but this is one of my favorites that I always just love the aesthetic of those. Okay, let's keep going. Here we've got we have 2 sets of dashboards in this month's box. So first we have a vellum, and I've said this a million times. Jane's Agenda dashboards are my absolute favorite. Of all the discbound planner companies where I've kind of collected dashboards over the years and done layering and stuff like that, her print quality is fabulous. So here is our first one. It's a vellum. It says, like a phoenix, she rises. She leaves the world breathless, soaring beyond expectation and leaving the rest in her wake. So this can layer so beautifully over any of these dividers that we're about to see. So here is the first one, very deserty, double-sided. And these just layer really well on top of each other. And you can just layer and layer and layer until you find a look that just, that feels right. If you're a big cactus person, we've got a neutral cactus here, double-sided. Let's open up these ones. I think typically we only see one set in the planner and lifestyle box. So she's hooking folks up this month. So here is our florals for the deserty bloom vibes. Double-sided, really nice cardstock, full bleed, no awkward endings. Very pretty. And then we have, what is this? Prickly pear cactus. Stunning. Like, her images are always so crisp and bold. Like, the colors are always really, really lovely. So, you can kind of play around. You can change out maybe what's right before your monthly divider. You could try, layering the vellum with this guy, or maybe you just like one of these on its own. I mean, that's really pretty. Makes that color look really nice. So you can kind of play around with it and, see what works for you decoratively in your planner this month. Let's, I'm going to do we're going to do these last 2 sets of inserts this month. I've always said 2 sets of inserts is what I would expect from a planner box, simply because boxes can be expensive. So I always like to see the value there when there's 2 sets of inserts. We'll come back to those in a moment. Let's look at the cover of the month club. Because I got the deluxe box, it means I also get the cover of the month items. Actually, let's go back to bringing these things over. We'll go this way. So again, we have our bookmark, or page finder, she calls it. And we've got a really cute, like super faint, almost like ombre cactus here. And again, you want to make sure that you peel off that plastic to get that full on glass plastic look to it. And this also is UV raised, so you can feel the texture of that page on the plastic, which is nice. The cover of the month club. Oh, you guys, it's so fun. If you're someone that needs the extra motivation to grab your planner and you want to feel like, you have a new planner every month that's just, I don't know, something that feels good, makes that dopamine hit. Instead of changing out your planner every month, especially if it's working for you, you could just change out the cover and the dashboards, and then you feel like you have a new planner every month, but you don't. You just have, a new color of lipstick, if you will. So it is more budget friendly to do the cover of the month club. I don't remember the pricing on that. I want to say it's somewhere in the $30 range, but I don't know because I get the deluxe. So the dashboard set in the cover of the month club is going to be double-sided. So here's our first one. Stunning. Like, I love the neutrals with the pops of blue. There's almost like a little bit of lavender in the sky as well. This is absolutely stunning. And then here is the back, that kind of watercolor striping, which we saw on the front of the box. And then here we can see the second one that is double-sided. So they're different, and that is so you can see them on both sides of your planner. Presuming you're using a clear cover, you might want to have something underneath your cover that's pretty. So I like that they are double-sided. Let's take a look at this month's cover. UV printing, still loving that. So absolutely gorgeous. So here is our front, and even like the design of this, like the colors are so pretty. It's not overly warm terracotta. It's almost like some of this looks a little mauve-y, which is my favorite tone of pink. And then down here, there's like a purple toned gray. So it's got this like ombre look to it, which is stunning. And we know that this is the front because we can see this nice open space here, which means if there's anything you want to show underneath the cover, if it's centered, it's going to center right in here. And then this is the back of your planner because, you know, if you're walking around with it, why not have the back look just as pretty as the front? You could, if you didn't want this opening here, you could just, you know, do that. And this could be the cover of your planner as well. So there's no rules here, like whatever you want. And because this also doesn't have like a solid image on it, you could make this the back of your planner as well by rotating it. So it could work either way, whatever front you like more. Do you like the flower on the front? Or would you rather have an opening in the front for whatever you layer underneath? So these are the covers, and these also will have that plastic that you want to remove from the back so that you get that glass look to your planner. So let's just for a moment play here so we can see how lovely your planner's gonna, I mean, that's pretty stunning. You get that cactus right in the front. I love the blues and purples. I was thinking when I saw the box, everything's gonna be very terracotta, very warm, very like orange. And I am so relieved that this is actually much more cool toned than I was expecting. I really like that about this collection. I like that it's got that neutral and cool toned element. That is what that watercolor is going to look like underneath it if you want that on the front. Let's take a look at some of the other dashboards that were in the planner and lifestyle box. So there is, let me make sure this actually lines up. There you can see what the kind of opening looks like there. Got these flowers. Oh, that's pretty. Because it almost looks like three-dimensional when you layer that UV pattern with the paper underneath. Here's our cactus. Pretty. I mean, I like the cactus kind of coming out into the middle. I like that a lot. And then we have our, is it a prickly pear? Prickly pear. Throw that down. That's a little busy for my taste, but if you love it, do it. That's what's cool about having kind of all of these items. You can assemble this however you want. Now, if I wanted the flower on the front, I would just flip this thing around. And then I think that's really pretty. Like the watercolor with the florals. I think that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is the May cover and dashboards and the, where did that page finder go? The page finder. So it's not too late as of the posting of this video, not too late to still get this box. So if you like this aesthetic, but you don't want, you know, all the other things, you could just do the cover of the month club and then you have a brand new cover for your planner. And I feel like this could last spring, summer, fall, and even winter. I think because of the colors that they've chosen. So I like it. Probably change out the dashboards because I don't know if I'd do a desert at Christmas time, but I could see this working for Christmas time for sure. Do what you like, okay? Just do what you like. Ooh, hold on. Let's do one more thing. Let's incorporate the vellum. If this is the front of my planner, let's say I want that and that guy. Ooh, look at that. Look how the quote kind of shows up right in the middle. The quote might be hard to see if you layer this guy, but well, I kind of like that mutes the cactus a little bit. That's actually quite nice. I like that. So all kinds of layering fun you can do. Just remember that you're going to get 2 sets of dashboards this month in the Planner and Lifestyle box. And you're going to get 1 set of dashboards in the cover of the month club. So make sure you pay attention to what you like, and then you can get the right one for you. This is a subscription, so if you buy this box today, you are entering into a subscription, but you can always see the sneaky peeks each month. I think Jane does sneak peeks through our private Facebook group, and so you can see what's coming up, and I think you can cancel before it auto bills. It auto bills on the 1st of every month. And she does try to show you items in advance so that you can cancel before the 1st. But if you do that, you're out of the subscription, wheel. And so if there's months where there aren't enough boxes, then you wouldn't be able to opt back in, only if there's inventory. But it doesn't seem like that's been so much of an issue. So it's just up to you if you want to keep adding and removing subscriptions every month based on what's inside it. Okay, so let's start with the biohacking log. And this is kind of timely. I'm going to zoom in because if you guys have been following me since at least June of 2024, you know that I quit my full-time job at a university outside the home to spend more time with my toddler and to be able to kind of grow my channel and do more creative things on the internet. So it's my job now. But in June, I was really hardcore about getting back into wellness because I realized how unhealthy I'd been the last several years with my job. And I just wanted a blank slate. I wanted to start over. And the first few months, I actually did do wellness planning here on my channel, and I check in every week, and I was very vulnerable and shared life with you. And I think after maybe 3 or 4 months, I fell off the wagon with tracking the way that I was. And so I need to get back into it. And I'm still figuring out what planner I want to use for that. But biohacking is totally up my alley and what I need in this season of my life. And so it's kind of making me wonder if I should more move into my mini. Now that I have this in the mini, that's the only thing. If you are getting a certain kind of, or a certain size of planner, and then you find out what the inserts are, sometimes you might want to change your size, and you can always email customer service and change the size. I think that if I had known that biohacking was in this box, did I know? I don't really pay attention to sneak peeks. I try to avoid them, but I don't know. Maybe I would have gone up and gotten this box in the half letter size. I don't know, but just something to keep in mind. You're going to get one size for all of your inserts. So really be certain about what planner you're going to be using for this, especially if you're someone like me that uses multiple planners. Okay, biohacking. That was too much information. I don't know if any of these are going to be released on their website, but I wouldn't presume so. Oh, there's a lot of these. How many do we have? Her paper is so buttery. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bet she gave us a year. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 or 13 in here. You have enough to do 1 page per month of biohacking. Now, I'm going to get into the weeds here for just a moment in case you got this box and you're not sure how to use it. I'm not a biohacking expert, but let me just tell you how I would translate this. I bet Jane has this information on our website, but you write down the month. This cycle can actually be like your lady cycle. If you no longer get your period or it's not something you want to track, you could easily just put a little sticker over this or white it out and put something else in here. But here is where you would track your cycle. For me, I still get my period, so I would track my cycle here. Supplements. So all of the things that you might be taking here, you track what days you took them. Now, if you're not taking supplements or vitamins, anything else you want to track here is fine. There's no rules here. She gives you prompts, but especially in this section, you can track whatever you want. So your period, supplements, the amount of sleep you get. Okay. So you'll log it for each day. So on the first, I write it here. Second, write it here. This is pretty small. You're going to want to use a smaller pen tip. And then every day, you're going to log your mood and your energy. Did you have a lot of energy, but you were in a crappy mood? Did you have a high mood, but you were low energy? I think sometimes they are correlated, because if I'm in a bad mood, I'm usually low energy. And if I'm in a good mood, I usually have high energy, but there could be some differences there. And that's something that you'll see as you check in with yourself every day. So you just put a dot over the dot for low, medium, high for mood and energy every day. So you'll be able to line up and see, okay, on the 9th, I was 2 days into my period. I took these supplements, or I did not take my supplements, and my mood was low and my energy was low. Okay, well, there's going to be some correlation then between my energy and mood and my cycle, and if I took any vitamins that day. Down here at the bottom are just other things that you might want to log over the course of a month. It could be intimacy. It could be if you had a migraine, if you walked more than 10,000 steps, like you could track anything that you want here. And then on the back, you have dot grid. And there's 2 reasons why I think this is genius for Jane to do it this way. And one of the reasons I love her inserts is because these are all standalone sheets. So you can have a section in your planner if you want that says health up at the top. And you could have these stacked in that health tab if you want them. Or because these are standalone, we're not printing the next month on the back, you can actually collate this into your planner. So you've got one of these between your monthly and your weekly or daily layouts. So I like that we can put these wherever we want in our planner, because we have that dot grid separating things. So if you want to do notes, cool. And maybe you want to do memory keeping on the back. You could print out a couple photos if you're on like a weight loss journey, or you're trying to get back into the gym. You could, put a picture of yourself before and after, beginning of the month, end of the month, whatever you want. So this is just a fun way to see cause and effect, to see how the amount of sleep you get, your hormones, your supplements, how they play into your energy and your mood. And then you can make adjustments based on the information you see here. So if I didn't take my vitamin D supplement and I only got 4 hours of sleep, I would expect to see this to be a little bit lower. So what's the solve there? Well, like, get more sun, take vitamin D, and make sure I'm getting more sleep. So it's just meant to really see, what are we doing? What are we doing with ourselves? Are we setting up healthy habits? Because energy and mood are kind of important. And many times we have the ability to make small adjustments ourselves to that. So that is the biohacking log. I think that would be a great one for them to bring into the shop, but I also think it's a fun insert for a subscription box. So I wouldn't be surprised if she just did a wellness box every year and just did the biohacking log in there. Okay, let me make sure I'm still centered, because I know we did some moving around there. So now we're looking at the second insert, which is medical and emergency information. Now, I always have mixed feelings about stuff like this in my planner. So if you feel the same way, just don't fill out the things that make you uncomfortable. But I do think that some of this information I really, really want to have in my planner when I go to my pediatrician appointments with my child. So this first page is medical provider contact information. So you've got a place for the practice, the specialty, the address, phone, email, and notes, the provider's name, and fax number. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 per page. And we have 1 page. So we have 10 providers. I know that most of us have cell phones, and if we're standing up at a registration table, we can look on our phones. But honestly, sometimes the internet sucks in the doctor's office, and it can be just frustrating to, like, hold on, I know I have it. Just give me a second. I'll get the fax number. Hold on. And so if you have a planner that you take on the go, and this is a plus for this being in the mini size, just pre-populate this and and then you have it in your planner. You just open up your planner to your health section, or if you've got this at the back of your planner, just flip to the back and you can go down and check it. Now, this is something, since it's on paper, you will need to update it with some regularity, just in case something changes. But that's an easy fix. So you want to just make sure that the information's up to date, maybe every year, something like that. So I do think that even in this information age and us having our phones at our fingertips, there are reasons why we might just want to pull up, with our planner and have this information in the back. The other thing about having this information in my planner is I don't think that there's anything on here that if my planner were stolen, because it looks so cute and somebody's like, oh, that's a cute planner, I'm going to take it. There's no information on here that I would consider confidential. This is public information. So I'm comfortable with this one, but I'm always like, do I want this information? If my purse gets stolen, like, do I want this information on here? This to me feels safe. This one makes me a little bit more nervous. This might be in something that I do not put in my on the go planner, but this is medical and emergency information, but it could also be helpful if you're in a car accident. So I can go either way on this, but medical and emergency information. And it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the last of the pack. So there are 8 of these for 8 family members, or if the information changes, you can recycle one and start over again. But we have medical emergency information. So the name of the person, their date of birth, blood type, weight, height, any medical conditions, any allergies, the medications they take, the dose and the frequency, their primary care physician, phone and address. This actually is something, again, I'm thinking about my toddler. This is something that's really helpful to have. But some of this information I actually would include over on the medical provider contact information. And maybe I'd be kind of secret in how I say it on there. We've got insurance information, very helpful. In fact, I've gone through a couple different medical insurance changes since becoming essentially self-employed and doing Cobra for a while and now getting on my husband's insurance. And so it's nice, if I'm in between insurance providers and I don't have a card. Some places don't even send you a card anymore. It's digital. It could be nice to have this here as well. And then date and medical history notes. So if anything happened, you can log it here. The back is dot grid. I appreciate that again because you can add additional notes here about each family member. Or if you have a family planner and you've got a section in your planner that's like for each person, if you're a caregiver for multiple people, then, this can go into the appropriate section for this specific person. But again, I have mixed feelings about this going into a paper planner. That's my personal opinion. That does not need to weigh heavy on you in any way, shape, or form. But I'm just not sure how I would use this if I was taking this on the go. Maybe it's just nice to reference at home. Maybe the planner that I don't take out with me has this in it and it's something that stays safely in my house, in which case if I'm on a phone call with somebody, I can flip to it and go to it. So maybe I should be thinking about this in a planner that isn't leaving the house rather than it being on the go. And to that end, like with this one, you could, although I lose stuff in my photo albums on my phone, you could fill this out and take pictures of it. And then if there's a way to have a favorites album or something, you could have that for quick information there if you wanted to go off of your phone in one place and not take your planner with you. So that is just some extra thoughts I have. These are great, great inserts. They're just going to ebb and flow with how you want to use them. And that's okay. What's for you might not be for somebody else and vice versa. But I think that these are getting us on the right track, thinking about how we think about wellness, making sure we have the information that we need when we need it, but also, be mindful that we don't want the information available to people who shouldn't have it. So there are the planner inserts and everything that I got in my deluxe box. What do you guys think? I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. I tried to be as feminine with that as possible, but sneezes are just sneezes. Okay. If you have any questions about the Jane's Agenda box, y'all holler at me. Beautiful desk accessories this month. I love the aesthetic. I love that it's not too warm toned. I love the desert oasis vibes. I think it's super pretty. And again, I will leave my affiliate link down in the description box. If you ever shop Jane's Agenda, I'd love if you just saved that link, just favorite it, bookmark it, and then that way you can, when you're in your browser, you can always just tap on it and it takes you to the Jane's Agenda website and you don't have to remember my affiliate link. That would be awesome. Discount code is in the description box. The discount code does not work on subscriptions. It only works on the a la carte items on the website. So definitely keep that in mind. And I think that's it, friends. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And if you want to hang out with me again, I really hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you do something creative today. Be well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.